Look at this paper. It is beautiful, but right now it is plain. It's flat, and honestly, I would be so easy to look at a background like this and get completely stuck. But if you know me, you know I never give up on a plain background. Today we are transforming this blank canvas into a layout that is absolutely bursting with colour, texture and life. We are talking massive layers, beautiful paper tearing and all the fussy cut details to build up major interest. This video is part of a super exciting brand new collaborative hop, and we are playing with the gorgeous Uniquely Creative June subscription kit, oh so lovely. If you want to see how to take a simple print and turn it into a dimensional masterpiece, grab a cuppa, get comfortable, and let's get scrapping. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I'm playing along with Mel W from LW Scrapping, and in the future I will also be playing with Amanda Leckie. And I am late due to illness, but this is supposed to go live on a Thursday, and our goal is to bring you a layout each Thursday, each using the same kit and creating so that you can see how you too can interpret the papers that are masterfully prepared for us, and we just get to play. So first off, I'm using my craft knife to go around the outline of this floral print on the page. You see that background? Plain pink, not my usual go-to, as you know. However, we will transform that, and it's going to require a little bit of fussy cutting, and this is a little bit different using my blade to do so. Now, as I said, this is something new that Mel and I decided that we would like to do, to work together and use the same kit and come up with layouts to share with you. Now, you saw the back of this one. This is another plain piece on the back, which gives a nice frame. But look at that beautiful, beautiful mixed media there. Isn't that gorgeous? So what I'm doing here is I am tearing it because I want to use that colour. And I'm going to actually weave it into the page in a moment, and you'll see how I do that. Now, for this one, I'm keeping the white on the torn pieces. Oh my goodness, you can tell I can't even think. And I am going to weave that in as I'm showing you here. So I'm taking off 1/4 inch because that's how much I want to put it within that border frame. And then I'm going to run it across at the top as well. So I'm taking off about 1.5 inches there. The reason I fussy cut those floral prints are because I'm going to tuck in underneath, as I said, and that's going to create interest. I've torn that into 3 different parts, and I'm going to take a little bit extra off here because I really do want that rough, worn white edge on it. I'm not going to add ink. I'm just going to leave it in the white, and that's because I want that texture, that ruggedness or that grungy feel to it. And I'm just going to layer up with the scallop pieces that I have fussy cut from one of the main sheets. Now, I have not done a kit reveal with you. I think Mel will probably do a kit walkthrough. But if you want to see the full kit, go to Uniquely Creative. We are not affiliated in any way, shape or form with Uniquely Creative. This was just the kit that we all had, and we decided that we were going to use for this month. We're not affiliated. We're not part of the creative team or anything like that. We're just creating with a kit that we all had access to. So the whole purpose is to create 4 layouts, one every Thursday for a month, and showcase how we can use the same thing and we can all create something different. So I have just pieced those pieces together, and now I have a strip which is going to run across here at the bottom, and that's going to create that little bit of extra interest. And I'm just going to take out this part where that will be covered, because I'm going to incorporate that into the top layer in a moment, and you'll see how that works. Look at that beautiful background. Yes, it's a shame to use the background, but in the kits you get 2 pieces of each paper, so I will be able to use that somewhere down the track as well. But I really wanted to showcase how you can take a very plain piece of paper and turn it into something magic, just with a little bit of creativity and layering. So I'm going to add in that extra layer here, as you can see, and that's bringing the purples in, and that now is ready for me to layer across the bottom within the frame. So I'm going to put down the tape here to hold it in place. That's really important because that will allow me to manipulate. Now, you will see me fuss with this quite a bit because it doesn't go together as quickly and easy as I thought. And then I had to manipulate it and lift it, and manipulate it and lift it, and finally I get it right. And what the problem was is that I hadn't actually cut the flowers enough down the bottom as far as I wanted them to go. So I do have to go and cut a little bit more so that it sits flat. So you see me fussing here and lifting it up. you know, so it just goes to show not everything goes to plan as you think. And I decided I'd leave it in so you could see how much, you know, needs to go. And, you know, it isn't always smooth sailing. There are times when you think things are right and they're not. So I just had to go and cut a little bit more down with that floral just so that it would fit in nicely into the frame. And you can see, there you go. Slides in, perfect, done. If I'd only done that first up. All right, I'm just putting a bit of tape over the raw edges there to make sure that it stays solid, and that gives it a solid base to begin. This one's going to be a little bit easier to tuck in, I think, because of how the photos are. I am just tearing off a little bit more there. I'm going to straighten off the edge because it's just got to go to the edge, and take the white. I love the texture of the white, and that's just going to allow me to have that layering at the top as well. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you'd like to look at it, the bottom strip does get covered up a lot in this layout, but I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that because the interest as it peeks through is still there. I haven't inked, as I said, that's a little bit different. I am tearing off a piece again just to make it a little bit more across, and that's because I am going to put an embellishment up there into that top corner. So there you can see I've already transformed that very plain pink simple background, and I've added a little bit more interest. I did fussy cut that pink frame out of another piece of the paper. Maybe in the next layout I will do a walkthrough of the kit, but as I said, you can go to Uniquely Creative and you can see the kit, and I'm sure Mel will have done a full walkthrough. So the papers are pretty. They are pink. They are very pink, or they're very purple. One or the other. There's two lots in it. Very not me normal paper, but I do like the fact that we've got the same one and we're going to produce very different layouts, I can assure you. But that's what it's all about, isn't it? Showing you how to use your papers. And it's always good to see how people use the same ones but use them differently. Now, these photos were taken earlier in the year when my daughter and my husband and I were heading out on a Sunday on a regular basis to do coffee. And we were down at the local place, and this was the garden, and you can just see how beautiful it is. And I just thought the colours were perfect, and being florals on the paper works nice, and the little doily in this fussy cut element here ties in nicely with the nostalgic feel of the place. And as you can see, it's just popping in beautifully. Now, the reason I put that little bit of green down the bottom there was to tie in obviously with the photos. I'm tucking in the round element top and bottom just to carry it down. And I did fussy cut this heart because of the heart in the photo, but I decided in the end not to use it. So I'll put that to the side, and that will probably make an appearance somewhere down the track. Now, I do fuss with this floral a little bit, and when you see it all glued down, you'll see that I've changed where that floral sits and I've moved it. And here we are. You can see that I split it in half and I put it on either side so that I've got that join for the two photos and they join into place. I do like that clip at the top. It just sort of hangs and keeps the paste together. I'm just going through looking for little bits to add to the layout just to build up the clusters a little bit more. I do find these tiny little florals which I do like and I want to include. There's so many pieces in these kits. Look at them. So many, and I'll have to work on using them in coming layouts, no doubt. But for today's one, I'm going to go with the little pink roses over to the side. I'm going to use one of the white roses and the red rose, and that's going to build up my element on the layout. So I'll push that to the side there. I'm going to add that little bit of faux washi tape to the photo to clip it in, and that ties in with the pink paper clip on the other side. I have the title here that says Oh Happy Day, which is perfect. And then I'm going to tuck in a little bit more of a floral there, and I am going to use some chippy strip to pop it up. Where that washi tape is sitting in there, I'm going to put that little rose in to continue the garden and thing. And I contemplate putting the bow on, but it just doesn't do anything for me, so I'm not going to include it this time. As I said, I'm putting a bit of chippy strip behind to pop that little bit of floral element up, and I'm going to put one of these little white roses in just to continue on with the bouquets that are on both sides of the layout. And that chippy strip just gives it a little bit of extra dimension. So as you can see, I've taken a very plain background and I've turned it into a little bit more busier and a little bit more creative. I love the hint of green coming out. It picks up the greens in the photo. And as you can see, it's just finishing it off. Now, there was a fine white line in this outline, so I've just gone back over it with white pen to make it very distinct, and that's finishing it off and bringing it together. And then I'm going to add in some faux stitching with my white gel pen. Now, when you first use a white gel pen on any paper, it gets absorbed in, so I have to go back over it again to make it stand out, and I'm okay with doing that. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times you need to do that. It's just depending how absorbent the paper is on the initial usage. So I wanted to add a little bit more detail. That's where the faux stitching comes into play, and it really does just give it that little bit of finishing touch to the layout and a little bit more interest for the eye as it roams over it. As you can see, I really do like how this has come together. It's a little bit pretty, not my normal go-to, but you know, it has potential, and as you can see, you can use your everyday photos in things like this, and I like how this has turned out. I love that the layers are tucked in under the flowers. I'm going to add in some splatters now. I put those Nuvo drops into the 3 cluster points, and that set up that visual triangle quite subtly, so your eye now is roaming. I'm using tattered rose in the spritz because that's going to give it a soft pinky shimmer, and I'm just adding some splatters to add that artistic flair to it. Very nice tattered rose. It's subtle and it's just got that little hint of pink. What do you think, everybody? Do you think this has come together okay? This is layout number 1 using Oh So Lovely. I just think it's very pretty. Not my normal go-to, as you know, but I do love the layering. Look at that butterfly. Isn't it gorgeous? Aren't they beautiful, the colours? The colours are mine for sure. Got the colours right. I love the bright colours. And I do like how this has come together. The 2 little bit of circle elements, the photos, look at the detail going in there. You can see those splatters, the Nuvo drops, all of it coming together to build up a quite pretty, distinguished layout from a very flat base to start with. So don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss next week's one, and leave me a comment so I can respond. Stay creative, and here's my next video for you.